and Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
I am Bhavna and I am a student of class 11 and today I will be giving a presentation of mathematics assigned by our respected teacher Sir Zain, studying in the Shoaib Coaching Center Nawabsha, and my presentation topic is real numbers and complex numbers. In the number system of mathematics, we are already quite familiar with the number system of real numbers, and we use real numbers in our daily life calculations and in our daily life applications as well. So if we have to write the definition of real numbers are those numbers in the real numbers, the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational and irrational numbers, they all are included. So that's why it is one of the two types or one of the two categories which is divided in the number system. The first one is real numbers, and we have studied what is a real number, and we are simply going to understand the real numbers. But the important part is going to be the complex numbers. Complex number is the sum of imaginary part and real part. So before discussing more about complex numbers, the first thing that we should understand is the imaginary number or the imaginary part. Imaginary numbers are those numbers that result in negative, or they give us the negative result when we square them. The most basic form of imaginary is under root 1, and this symbol is the imaginary unit, and we call it the iota. One of the examples of imaginary numbers, there are many more numbers that are included as an example of imaginary part or imaginary number. Now that we have understood the concept of real numbers and imaginary numbers, when we combine both of them or when we sum them or write them together, we form the complex numbers. Sum of real and imaginary part. We have understood what is real number and what is imaginary number. The most general and the most standard form of writing the complex number is a plus b iota, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part and iota is the imaginary unit. So this is only one of the forms in which we can write the complex number, because this is the most basic, the general and the standard form. But we can also write complex number in order pair form, in which we don't have to write the iota or the imaginary unit, because when we write it in the order pair form, in the order pair form, it is very clear that the first number is always going to be the real part and the second is always going to be the imaginary part. Now we have understood what is complex number, what is real number, what is imaginary. To understand why we need complex numbers, the equation is x squared minus 2x plus 2 is equals to 0. We have this equation right here, and it is quadratic equation, and we are going to solve it by using the quadratic formula. Now this is the quadratic formula, and we are going to put in the values of a, b and c in the formula and then further solve it. By using this equation that we have solved here, the answer is x is equals to 1 plus minus iota, and this is a complex number. It is not real or purely imaginary. It is complex number because there is real part as well as an imaginary part.